Whoa. Holy moly.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh. It's a little chilly. Yeah, cooled off a lot.
It's a little chilly.
It's winter up here.
I think this is probably the most beautiful place that I've ever been. Yeah, I have goosebumps, and I don't just think it's how cold it is. We are in the Alps, specifically the Dolomites.
It's the most beautiful mountain range in all the world.
I feel like when most people think about the Italian Alps, myself included, you think about the stunning natural beauty. You think maybe about sports like cycling and skiing. We even saw when we arrived at the airport how all the billboards were for like skiing and sport and stuff like that. Whereas when you go to like, I don't know, the airport in Genova, it's for food. It's for basil and pesto and all that stuff. So I feel like people don't really think about the food of the Alps. And I certainly don't. I know very little about the food here.
Maybe I know something more than you.
Well, that's why I'm hoping you'll show me some good stuff.
Be sure of about that.
We've already established, as you can see, that this part of Italy is very, very beautiful. But what's the food like? I'm gonna taste it. I'm gonna taste that food. Thus began a trip that, by the end, had me questioning, what is Italian food? But more on that later. We still had to get to our destination.
We are in the small village of Moena, which is famous not just because it's in the Dolomite, but because here they produce one of the smallest cheese in the world.
But where is that exactly? Well, it's in the Italian region of Trentino, alto-adige, which borders a little bit of Switzerland and a lot of Austria. The fact that it's a border region is quite apparent because all of the signs are in Italian and German. As I was soon to learn though, the real evidence of the blending of cultures was in the food.
That's a very nice place.
It's a little alpine. It's very alpine.
It's very...
I'm tired.
You're tired?
Luggage is heavy.
This is my brother Will, by the way. What you need to know about him is that he loves animals and can sleep anytime, anywhere, which he promptly did after we arrived. Ava and I headed out on our own while he napped because we had some important business to conduct. Well, if this is home to one of the world's stinkiest cheeses, I need to try some. I think I can smell some over there. This place was packed, which was a good sign. And while this shop had lots of yummy looking things, pretty much everyone was there for one thing: puzzone di Moena. Ooh.
Smell?
Oh yeah, that's got a smell to it.
It's like this puzzone.
It literally means big smelly, right?
See?
It smells good though. It doesn't smell bad. It smells good. It's just a very, very strong smelling cheese. Buon appetito. Oh, you went all in.
See?
Oh, yeah.
Man, it's so good.
It's almost like if a gorgonzola was a solid cheese instead of like a soft, spreadable cheese.
I'm having the same reaction when I eat a very good Parmigiano. That I see.
Wow, that's really good.
It's not that it's good, it's amazing.
You want to try some, Will?
Yes, please. Yeah, it's not like stinky though. It's just got a big smell.
Yeah, it doesn't smell bad.
It's good.
Yeah, it does have like a kind of gorgonzola zest to it. Oh, that's delicious. Yum.
I was feeling right at home at this point. What could be more familiar in my new home of Italy than some really good cheese? Well, that sense of familiarity was about to change. Off to a good start with the food of Trentino, Alto-Adige.
I wait to see this evening because we are going to have a dinner in a malga.
A malga?
Yes, a malga was a structure, a sort of house.
A malga. I thought that was one word. A malga, like a place. We're going to a malga.
Malga. which was a place like a structure back in the past where during summer the shepherd brought the cows, the goats to eat the fresh grass, and they stayed in this place. Nowadays they turn into bed and breakfast, restaurant, hotels, but they still keep the cows, the goats, and they make cheese and they make traditional good food, so we are going there.
So the road to get to this malga was made for shepherds on foot, not for our Jeep Renegade rental car. It was this tiny narrow road with a sheer drop off on one side.
Just don't look down.
I hope that is the best meal of my life.
What's more, it was theoretically a two-way street, and I honestly don't know what we would have done if we had encountered another car going the other way. Luckily though, we made it to the top without having to solve such a problem. We stepped inside and found a restaurant unlike any other I've ever encountered in Italy. It really didn't feel like Italy at all.
It's a very nice place.
It's very alpine. The menu had nothing I knew anything about, so Ava ordered the food. I did choose my beverage though. Normally, when I'm in Italy, I tend to try the wine, because when in Rome. But when in the Dolomites, this is a Dolomite. Oh, it's good too. Cheers. How do you say cheers in German?
Prost.
What?
Prost.
Prost. Prost. First up was the antipasto, something called carne salata.
This carne salata is a piece of beef that is seasoned with salt and spices. Usually is juniper.
Juniper?
And then it's aged for about 20 days. And then it's sliced and you can enjoy. Buon appetito! Don't eat. It's not good at all.
Delicious.
It doesn't even really look like cured meat. It looks like almost like raw beef. Buon appetito. Super delicate. It's not super strong and salted like a lot of cold cuts. It's very lightly seasoned. You almost just get like a hint of these herby spices. Really delicious. Then the main course arrived. Or maybe I should say main courses, because Ava ordered 3 different variations.
So the name of this dish is canederli. We consider this a sort of pasta, gnocchi, and they are just from here, German, Austria, Hungary. So those are what you would call in English dumplings, but for us it's more like a sort of meatball. It's made with bread, spec, cheese, eggs, all together. And then it's served in different ways. So I'm having the traditional one with broth, you're having with a lot of cheese, Wheat is having with the spec, butter and sage.
That looks amazing, dude.
I think I kind of hit the jackpot with this one.
You look the best one.
Now, real quick, because it's important in Trentino, we need to talk a little bit about spec.
So spec is like one of the salumi that is traditional from Trentino, alto-adige, Austria, a little bit of German, and it's like a pork salami. It looks like more or less like a prosciutto, but it's smoked and is more spiced with salt, black pepper, various herbs.
Oh my god, that's so rich. It's so good. It's like perfectly salty, super buttery. That's delicious.
They are so rich. They are so good. They're perfect.
Look at all that cheese. Now I'm a cheese lover, so I'm not complaining, but man, that's a lot of cheese. Buon appetito. Imagine if you took Thanksgiving stuffing, made it into a dumpling
With spec.
with spec. Then you maybe have some idea of the flavor here. Oh, and plus a lot of cheese. As you
Good
can
cheese.
see, it's like a lake of cheese. Wow.
Okay, we need to do this at home. This wouldn't.
Completely unlike any other Italian food I've ever had. This is where probably a lot of people will start saying, but that isn't Italian food. It's Austrian food or it's German food. And at this point, I was inclined to agree. In any case though, it was delicious. Yeah, it was that kind of meal.
It was terrible. I hated it. I'm setting it back.
Finally, it was time for dessert. On this page are all of the desserts. Well, not quite all of them, because this dessert gets its own page, which makes me think that that's the one we need to try. And try it we did. That smells good.
That smells amazing. So it's not a funnel cake, because we have the funnel cake in America, and the amusement park is not a funnel cake. So this is made with eggs, flour, sugar, milk, and grappa.
Grappa?
Yes. Then it's fried now because it's still hot, and it's served with powdered sugar and a berry jam. It's called Strauben. Traditional Italian name.
Trauben.
Das ist sehr lecker.
With the jam is you need the jam because actually it's not very sweet by itself. It's not sweet, but then when you add a little bit of jam, very good.
And after an incredible first meal in Trentino, it was time to drive back down the mountain, but this time in the dark. Maybe we should walk to our next meal tomorrow.
Maybe yes, Harper. I absolutely agree.
I do have to make a really quick aside here to let you guys know that we have new 2026 dates for the Pasta Grammar Tour and the Weekend d'Assa. A lot of people have been asking us about them, and we just posted them, and as of this recording, there are still a few spots available. So if you feel like coming on an adventure in Italy with us, then click the link down in the description below. That's pastagrammar.com/tour. We hope to see you there. Okay, sorry, back to my story. The following morning, we headed out early. The only thing Ava told us was to be prepared for some walking. Is that what I think it is?
It's something that maybe is not for you.
I'm deathly afraid of heights. Terra firma. After our death-defying ride up the ski lift, we found ourselves on an incredibly beautiful plateau surrounded by mountains.
That is very beautiful.
This is amazing. Something about hurtling through the sky in a box suspended by a cable can really work up an appetite, and I was already looking forward to our next meal. So where are we going to eat today?
There, Harper.
I knew that we were walking to lunch, but I didn't really know that that meant hiking many miles to our lunch. It was great though, on this beautiful path that wound its way through the forests and woods and suddenly opened up on these big pastures. Classic Alps landscape. Ricola! My brother just disappeared from the trail. It's way over there. Oh, there's cows?
Yeah.
If there are animals, he will find and befriend them. Now I'm in the Alps. Then the trail started to go up. I can see why people here need to eat big bread dumplings drowned in melted cheese. Suddenly, a little building came into view way up on the top of a cliff. Turns out that was Ava's destination. So that is where we're having lunch. After a steep, winding climb up the mountain, we came upon this refugio, or refuge.
We did it.
I know, maybe.
Similar, I guess, to a malga, this was a mountain refuge turned into a, you guessed it, restaurant for hungry hikers.
17, because we are lucky people, we sit on number 17.
If you didn't know, the number 17 is considered very unlucky in Italy, but we sure lucked out with the food.
Holy moly. What is this?
This is eggs with spec on top and roasted potatoes, because by the way, we are always on the border with Austria and Germany. And we know that they eat a lot of potatoes up there.
Oh my gosh. This looks insane. Bon potato.
That is the kind of food you need after a hike like that.
This is high octane mountain food, and I love it.
I've always seen spec used kind of like
prosciutto crudo, so just kind of sliced and not raw because it's cured, but you know what I mean. But having it like this, almost like bacon, is incredible.
Here we have spezza, which is the traditional pasta from Trentino, alto-adige.
And unusually, I can actually contribute some knowledge here because my girlfriend's dad is Bavarian, so we've actually made spätzle before. And yeah, you have
really?
So you have this special tool that kind of looks like a mandolin, but like the grating tool. But yeah, you just put the dough in, and then the one tip I can give you if you use that tool is wash it in cold water, or you'll start to cook the existing dough that's on there, and it becomes very hard to clean. So it's pretty fun to make, and it's even more fun to eat. Perfect. Cheeseburger in paradise.
Did he say cheeseburger?
You don't know that song?
No, but I can understand what he was meaning.
Well, I think that's going in the books as one of the most incredible lunch experiences of my life. Not only for the beautiful hike, beautiful views, but also the beautiful food and the beautiful company.
That's for sure.
After the success of our first refugio experience, we're really getting into these dining experiences that are only accessible to hikers. So naturally, Ava took us on a journey to find some more. Another day, another mountain, and hopefully another delicious discovery. Once again, you've brought us to a very ugly place. I was all excited to hit the slopes, so to speak, but as usual, my brother was busy with a critter. I hate to break up what's going on here, but are you ready to head out?
Well, I guess so.
This landscape was really very different. Gone were the forests and the rock slides. Here were just vast grassy plains.
Something else, huh? It feels dreamlike. It's just so picturesque.
We followed Ava across the rolling hills until we came to another refugio, but one with an odd selling point.
The yak place?
Yes, because this is the only place, as long as I know in Italy, where they have yaks. So can you imagine how cold it is here? And yes, we are in the middle of summer. What do you call a yak?
Bob.
Bob? Psst, psst.
We had gotten an early start that morning, so our meal fit nicely into breakfast time. Now, Italians think Americans are weird for eating eggs for breakfast, and Americans think Italians are weird for only eating sweets for breakfast. So what if we just put them together? What are we trying here?
So this is called the Kaiserschmarren, something like that.
Kaiserschmarren.
Your German is better than either of ours. How do you pronounce that?
Kaiserschmarren?
That sounded good. We'll go with that.
And it's like a sort of a sweet frittata, which has a very beautiful story because the Imperial of Austria came here and he stopped in a house, but those poor people, they didn't have anything to give to the Imperial. So they decided they had just some eggs and some jam. So they decided to do this frittata with some jam. And because the Imperial liked it so much, he decided that this was the frittata of the Imperial.
So wait, is it sweet?
It's sweet, you don't see the sugar?
I do see the sugar. That's why I'm
It is
asking.
raisin, apples, eggs, and jam.
I'm ready.
All right.
It looks a little bit like a Dutch baby.
Oh yeah.
At the end, I think that is the same idea, more or less. Okay, but Imperial was right. That's very good.
I don't think I've ever had a sweet frittata before, but I'm having a lot of firsts here in the Alps. Buon appetito. Oh yeah. Oh, I love that.
You see
Oh, I love that
how
so
smart
much.
was the Emperor?
How smart were the people who cooked for the emperor?
He's without any doubt.
That's who was smart. Oh, it's so good. It is kind of like a Dutch baby in terms of the flavor because you have the cinnamon and stuff, but the texture of the frittata, it's a bit more doughy, I guess. And then with the raisins and the jam, that is awesome. That is awesome.
That is a good breakfast.
That is an imperial breakfast. I'm used to hiking in America where you bring a bag of trail mix or like an energy bar with you. I like Italian style hiking where you hike up to the top of a mountain and you have this.
That was a very good breakfast. But now it's time for lunch.
So we made our way back down the mountain to where we parked, which happened to be convenient because
The thing about hiking here is that not only is there food at the top, there's also food back down at the bottom. They have anything interesting?
They have a lot of good things.
Okay, I have to try this because I'm just so curious. Fresh buttermilk with raspberry juice.
Actually, it's the first time that I see on an Italian menu buttermilk. That looks quite something.
Oh, it's good. It's like it tastes a lot like yogurt and like putting fruit in yogurt, but
See,
in
it looks
more
like a liquid yogurt.
form. Yeah,
No, that's pretty good.
it's good, huh?
No, it's actually very good.
while breakfast in Italy is usually sweet, lunch certainly isn't. But once you activate Ava's sweet tooth,
So, we are going to have Canadian.
Again?
Yes, but it's not the same. Because today we are going to have the sweet version. It is steamed with all the vanilla custard, berries jam.
Wow.
It's wow. Usually the Canadian is something like
Yes, I know.
something like-
It's huge.
So there is also jam inside. Buon appetito. That's can be my new favorite dessert. My bone. It's doughy, but in a very light way. It's not sweet, the dough by itself, because all the sweetness comes from the outside, the jam inside. But it's very fluffy. It tastes like a brioche, but maybe 10 times better.
Brioche is one of your favorite things on earth.
And I said that this can be my new favorite dessert.
Delicious.
Best way to describe the texture is if you've ever had like a bao bun. It's kind of like that. That kind of doughy, steamed dough. It's not super desserty, I would say.
No,
I actually think it kind
absolutely
of
not.
works for our weird sweet lunch here. It's really, really good.
So I get that when you see something like that,
Yeah,
you think, okay, it's just a mountain of sugar, but
it's
no.
really not.
every last
See,
drop.
because this is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're not alone.
I'm already missing it. It's done. I want another one.
We drove back to Moena for the evening and got some rest for our final challenge in Trentino, alto-adige.
All right, time for our last excursion here in the Dolomites. Let's hit the road. 2.5 hours.
Yes, so we are going to see the most beautiful place in all the Dolomites.
More beautiful than what we've already seen?
Absolutely, yes.
There'll be food there too, right?
Always.
Not always, as it turns out. You'll see. This was our longest drive of the trip, but also our highest. I don't know exactly the altitude we reached, but we were up there.
Holy moly. Yeah, we're up here all right. So where are we exactly?
We are at the Tre Cime di Lavaredo, which in English should be the 3 peaks of Lavaredo. And as you can see, there are 3 peaks.
Actually, I don't know what she was talking about. You couldn't see at all. The 3 peaks were completely shrouded in clouds. We couldn't see a thing.
Those are one of the most famous spots here in the Dolomites. And we are going up there to find one of the most amazing and traditional food in all of Trentino alto-adige.
This was kind of a freaky hike as we made our way around the base of the mountain. It was all flat, so it was super easy, but we were just walking right along this dizzying drop-off.
Don't trip.
No, I hope not.
Yeah, me too.
As Ava promised though, the landscape was indeed stunning. Here we were well above the tree line, surrounded by craggy mountains that looked like something out of Lord of the Rings.
I'm not used to this thin air. I'm used to soupy main air.
Yeah, once he said that, I realized that the altitude really did make a difference. The 3 of us were more winded just walking along that flat trail than we were scrambling up the mountain on our first hike. As we made it around the far side and entered a big valley, the clouds parted and we finally got a glimpse of the famous 3 peaks.
Now you can see them.
Those are very beautiful.
And we also got a glimpse of today's restaurant, or so we thought. To get there though, we still had most of the hiking to do and one last big climb to make, but in the end we arrived at Refugio Locatelli.
We made it. It's time for lunch.
Actually, it wasn't really time for lunch. Our drive was so long that by the end of the hike, it was well after lunchtime and we were starving. There was only one problem. We had been completely spoiled because every other place we visited on this trip took credit cards. And so when we ran out of cash the day before, we didn't even think twice about it. Big mistake when you're hiking up to a refugio that is well above cell phone reception and therefore internet.
So, yeah, no lunch today. We just gotta hike back. Bring cash if you come here.
Or be like an American and bring a bag of trail mix.
Am I concealing my rage at all?
Or your hunger.
Of my hungry rage.
There was nothing to do but hike all the way back. It wasn't fun on an empty stomach, but we pushed ourselves on knowing that there was another refugio near the beginning of the trail. Finally, it was time to eat.
So who's hungry?
I've never been so hungry, I don't think, in my life.
In my mind, I had images of rich Knederli swimming in cheese, steaming piles of spetzel, maybe a hot plate of eggs and spec. But remember when I said it was well past lunchtime?
The kitchen is closed, so our choice is or a dessert or a sandwich.
Not quite what I had in mind for my last meal here, but
that's what we've got.
I'll take anything.
So our final meal here is beginning with Bombardino, which is a local drink that my understanding is it's kind of like eggnog. It seems good on a really cold mountain day. Here we have panini with spec and cheese, which is actually pretty fitting. It's good to end with spec.
Now, as Eva said, we had been looking for a particular dish for our last meal in Trentino, Alto-Adige. Luckily, that dish is a dessert, and the Refugio was still selling dessert.
Apple strudel. Actually, that's a pretty substantial last
Yeah, it's
meal
not
here.
so bad.
We were beyond hungry at this point, so we just dug in.
So, they did the strudel with the puff pastry, which is not wrong, but the original one is not made with puff pastry.
Don't get nitpicky here. We're lucky we found food at all. If you want to see how to make a real strudel, watch our video right here.
So we came all the way here to have a strudel, at least. Much better, but that's not the real one.
And the ironic thing is that we encountered strudel everywhere we went on this trip. Every place serves it, but we were trying to wait until the last meal to eat strudel. I guess the lesson is when you find a good strudel, don't wait to eat it because the next one might not be as good.
Your strudel is much better, but I've never had your strudel when I'm this hungry.
Even though a cold sandwich wasn't exactly what we had in mind for our last meal in Trentino, we were so hungry that it was maybe the best meal of the trip. You know what they say, hunger is the best seasoning. So what had we found in this interesting Italian region? Certainly all of the natural beauty it's famous for. But we also found a lot of incredible food in unexpected places. But was it Italian food? At first, I was inclined to concede the popular opinion that the dishes we tried weren't really Italian food, but they were Austrian food or German food that had crept down the border. But you know what? I disagree with that now. The Italian border is a pretty arbitrary line that divides a geographical area with a long shared tradition of food. So yes, this cuisine is common to neighboring countries, but that's the same with any region that's on the border of any country. There's always going to be a blending between cultures that live side by side. Sometimes in our videos, Eva has cooked dishes from very, very far northern Italian regions. And often people will write to us and say, oh, that dish, it definitely didn't originate in Italy. That may be true if you're looking at the borders how they are now, but it's important to remember that a lot of these traditional dishes developed before Italy even existed. At that point, someone from Naples was no more Italian than someone from Trentino. Italian food as a category is a relatively young concept because Italy is a relatively young country. But Italian food does exist, and what Italian food has, beyond the definition of a border, is a shared philosophy which unites a bunch of disparate regions with completely different cuisines. Recipes made with a few good ingredients, cooked without a lot of fuss over fancy techniques. And does that describe Canederli? Does that describe eggs and spec? Does that describe Kaiserstrebe, whatever it's called? I think it does. Should someone go visit the Dolomites for the beautiful views, the stunning hikes, the crystal blue lakes? You bet. But they should also go for the delicious Italian food. Just remember to bring some cash or some trail mix, you know, just in case. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.
Ricola.